Alright guys, Steve Laffey. I'm gonna do a little Sunday cook. It's early Sunday morning. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my take on stuffed cabbage. They call it guamkis, but I'm gonna kick it up a little bit and add some different stuff to it that I think is gonna enhance the flavor. So we got a couple of almost 3 pounds of ground chuck here. 85.5. I got about a pound of fresh ground pork there. So that'll be the meat. We'll render that down. Obviously I'm gonna have to boil the cabbage heads, you know, cut the back out of it so I can get the skins off it to wrap them. I wanted to find a bigger one, but I couldn't. They're one of the biggest ones I could find in a cabbage, so I bought 2. Alright, so we'll boil them. We'll cut the back out. We'll boil them, and then we'll pull the leaves off and get them ready to rock and roll. So you got the meat. I'm going to put 1 red pepper in there, some onions, carrots, and celery. Let me see, I'm going to clean all that stuff up, cut it all up, and I'll show you as it goes in. I'll have garlic. I got some minced garlic there, and I like to put some of this hot red peppers in there. Also, I'll put a can of the petite cut tomatoes, and small red beans and black kidney beans are going to go in the mix. And then if I need any kind of moisture, I got a can of gravy here, beef gravy I can put in there. And on the rice, I'm going to use this brown rice peel-off, whole grain rice, trying to be healthier. Okay. And then obviously I got a couple of pans here. They're 10 by 10 by 6. And I'll stack all the guamkis in there, and obviously we'll just, you know, cover them with tomato sauce and we'll cook them. This is going to be really, really tasty. So let me see if I can bring you guys along and see if I get you some shots. You know, it's a little unorthodox what I'm doing here with some of this stuff, but on my recipes I like to kick them up a notch. Kind of take it to the next level, mama. You know? Alright, so see if I can bring you guys along. Alright guys, so I got the meat here. Carrots and celery chopped up. Onions. Red pepper, kind of give it some color to, you know, the red pepper, and this is going to kind of give it some color. I got a couple of things of black beans that are going to go in there. Some petite diced tomatoes. Got all that garlic, and then the hot peppers, crushed hot peppers. Kind of kick it up a notch. So first thing we'll do is render down the meat. Then we'll start building the meal. Over in this pot here, I got the 2 heads of cabbage. I cut the ends off and I kind of cut the core out of it. So I gotta steam these up so I could peel the leaves off. Then what we'll have to do later is, to see this membrane here, we'll slice that membrane off with a knife so we could roll it. So we'll get that rocking and rolling on the back there. I'll have to turn my fan on and get rid of the CO. And we'll start with the meat. I'll kind of bring you guys along as I can. These are the containers I'm going to use. We'll put them, I'll show you later what I do. 14-inch old clad pan. Put the hamburger in there. And the pork. Now a lot of guys, a lot of people, they won't render this down, cook this beforehand, but I like to. So I'll cook this up and then we'll get the fat out of it. But guys, over here I'm going to get my rice going. I got a couple of containers of rice peel-off. Not rice peel-off, but this long grain rice. So we'll get that boiling. Also, we'll add a little bit of butter to that. Bring that up to a boil, and then we'll throw the rice in there. What I'll probably do is, once I get the rest of it rendered down, I'll tip it and get all the grease out. I'll tip it and get all the grease, all the fat out of here with a towel. Pull it out. tip it. Put a paper towel in it, get all the grease out. Alright guys, I got most of the grease out. I'll leave a little bit of grease in there for the vegetables, cooking the vegetables. Next we'll go in the onions. Now I'm making a lot here, so carrots and celery. Green pepper. This is going to render down quite a bit, so we'll throw some butter in the middle there. Kind of put the carrots and the red peppers in there for color, you know, and the celery. It'll be good, and we'll mix this all with the meat. It'll be good. Alright guys, you can see that little thing chooching there, see it? So the water's boiling. This is brown rice. 2 containers of brown rice. And the two packets. What we'll do is we'll stir this, and then we'll bring it to a simmer and cover it. Cover it and bring it to a simmer. Just let it simmer away, and we'll stir it every so often. I'll lower the heat way down on this. Let it go. There might be more rice than I need there, so that's okay. It's kind of rendering down nice. This is going to make a nice meal. Healthy meal. You know, it's all about eating healthy. You have to start eating healthy. Alright guys, I'm going to shove this garlic and the hot red peppers in there. Crushed hot peppers. It's kind of hot, so kind of mix all that in there. And gotta be careful with the garlic. You don't want to cook it too much, it'll get bitter. It's already kind of pre-cooked there, you know, the garlic, so we don't really have to do much with that. Looking good right there. Stuff's starting to get translucent. Almost ready. It'll take a little bit for the cabbage yet, but it's alright. We'll build them the meal as we go here. This stuff's all pretty much done. Like I said, you know, kind of just rendering it down a little bit. We're going to cook it once we put it inside the cabbage anyway, so. Alright guys, so I got all the meat here. Got all the vegetables. A couple of things of beans. Tomatoes. thing of beef gravy. We're gonna mix all this up. Alright, the only thing I gotta do is once I get the rice, put the rice in there, mix the rice up, and we'll be ready to stuff the cabbage. It's gonna be yum. Very good. The rice is still cooking here. So, we'll get back to you in a minute. Alright guys, I got the rice done, the brown rice. So we'll put that in there. Alright, so we got the brown rice in there. We're gonna spread that. I'm gonna mix all that in there. I could have went with white rice, but brown rice is a little bit heavier. I'm gonna throw another can of gravy in there. That's 2 cans, kind of thicken it up a little bit, give it some moisture. Also gonna throw in some breadcrumbs, kind of stiffen it up a little bit. Alright, and then I got pepper, salt, oregano. This is paprika. This is parsley flakes. And this is that seasoning. Put all that in there. We'll mix all that up. We'll be ready to rock and roll, man. I put the breadcrumbs in there to kind of stiffen it up a little bit. So, you know, I want to kind of stiffen it up a little bit because it's going to be inside the cabbage. So that's usually what you put inside meatballs. The breadcrumbs. Kind of stiffen it up a little bit. Oh yeah. Shit, man. Oh yeah, mama. See, that's nice and stiff. Oh, it's nice and moist there. You can see I got a couple of cans of the gravy in there. Oh yeah. That's gonna be perfect for rolling in the cabbage. No one's gonna tell me that's not gonna be good. Yeah, man. It smells wonderful. And it's gonna be good for rolling in the cabbage there, you see? Nice and moist. Breadcrumbs kind of give it a little bit of body. Oh yeah. All I gotta do is get the cabbage ready now and we'll be able to roll this stuff up. Alright guys, you can see it's nice and it'd be great for rolling in the cabbage there. See it? Yum. It's all healthy food too, so I'm gonna have plenty to do here. Alright, the cabbage should be ready. I just have to peel them all off and peel the skins off and see what we can do. Alright guys, I got some leaves here. You know, and if I need more I could peel more off of this cabbage. But you want to get the big leaves. What you want to do is you want to cut that back off there, that real thick piece. Kind of just fillet it like it was a fish. You want to cut that off there. Let's see if I could get some stuff and roll some of these babies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stack them in this pan here. So I got some marinara sauce. I'll put some in the bottom there, some marinara sauce. I've got some marinara sauce in the bottom. That's where I'm going to stack them. We're going to stack them in there. Put that to the side. Let's see if how this is going to work, guys. yeah, mama. I'm just gonna stack them in there, and we'll put some marinara sauce over them after, and we'll bake them. Alright guys, you can see, I'm just gonna put some marinara sauce on this baby, and we're gonna bake it. We'll put them in for 350 for 1 hour. They'll be done. Been working on this for a while. Kitchen timer, 60 seconds, 60 minutes. It's 1 hour. We'll start it. Now let's turn on your fan. Get rid of the fumes. Alright, we'll let it cook for 1 hour, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, man. We'll see what they look like. They're starting to bubble. I'm going to leave them in a little bit longer. Just starting to chooch a little bit there. Leave them in a little longer. Make sure that stuff gets cooked well. Alright guys, it's been in there for almost an hour and a half, so you can see them bubbling away. I'm just going to shut it off and leave them in there, let them cool off. We'll get a plate together in a little while. I'm just going to shut it off and leave them in there, let them cool off. Got some work to do out in the yard, so we'll just shut it off and let it get done. We'll come in later and get a plate together for you guys. Well, for me, I should say. Alright guys, they've been resting for a while in the oven. I went and did some yard work. See what they look like. I cooked them for an hour and a half, and then I just shut it off and I let them cool in there. So I've been sitting probably for an hour or so at least in the oven. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, they're all done. See that? Cabbage is all cooked. Nice and moist. You can see the moisture in here. That's looking really good, man. Like I said, I cooked them for an hour and a half and I just shut the oven off. I've been outside for a couple hours. Well, I don't know. You guys have been giving you shots at the time, so we'll see. Let me see if I can get a plate together and maybe try one of these. Well, it's definitely looking good, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're still hot. I gotta let them cool some more, but man, dear. Man, dear, they're still kind of hot. You can see I kind of layered it. I got plenty. I'm gonna freeze some of these babies. Oh yeah, give some to my kid. Oh yeah. That's looking real good. We'll let that cool a little bit. She's still a little hot, and we'll get a shot. Really good. Yum. Oh yeah. Really good. Got a little zing to it. Really good. Yum. Go there, baby. The dog will start a show, man. She wants cabbage and all that stuff, all the vegetables and the beans and the meat. Yum. That is really good. How working men cook, man. How real working men cook series. Very good. And obviously, I got a whole bunch I can put in the freezer and give some to my kid. And these are really good. Man. Good stuff right here. Very good, very good. Stuffed cabbage, man. Yum. Come out excellent. Come out excellent. Come out excellent.